Morning. It's official. The bike build started. That was such a huge weight off of my shoulders. You don't even understand. There's still a lot of work needs to be done to it before the competition, which is next week. It's actually a week from tomorrow, in Owasso, Michigan, Wild Stallion Bike Build. It's August 29th. So if you guys are free, show up there. It's at the Owasso Vintage Motorcycle Days. It's always a great time when we go there, but the bike starting is huge for me. I still have to mount tires. I have to finish up the electrical. The lights aren't quite working yet. I gotta get all that working. And I have to bleed the brake system and things like that. And then it's done. So the bike starting was like huge weight off my shoulders. But at any rate, today, that big old green machine is coming out of hibernation, pulling the heads out. The grain cart's coming out, but I got a lot of crap to move out of the way to get that stuff out. As you can see, we've been driving on the new concrete pad out front. That cured a few days ago. We were able to start driving on it. I was able to backfill everything around here and level the rock back off and get everything prepared, and now's the day to pull the combine out of hibernation so we can start going through the combine, get the oil change greased, going through it, checking belts, chains, things like that, bearings, basically getting it ready for harvest. Same thing with the heads. Got to go pull the heads out. The corn head needs the gear lubes changed, greased, just kind of checked out. The bean head, it's going to need new knives, guards, greased, gone through. Same thing with the grain cart. Grain cart's going to need tire pressures checked, greased, get it ready to go. Then we got to pull the semis, get the semis hooked up to the trailers and go through the brakes, the oil changes, the grease, that whole 9 yards. So we've got a lot of work coming up on the farm here in the next few weeks to be prepared for harvest. Not to mention, I forgot, I also still have to do this ceiling. I have to extend it out one more truss, insulate it, and move our tarp wall over another truss for the shop for winter time. We got a lot of work to do. Needless to say, the downtime on the farm is starting to come to an end, and it's starting to ramp up with work now. All right, here's the $1 million question. Will the old girl start? Or will she have dead batteries? We shall find out. I did not clean this out when I parked it. It needs cleaning bad. It's filthy in here. Well, we got power. Wonder if we got enough power. Oh, good girl. Good girl. I don't even have my camera mounts or anything in here. I just magnet mounted you guys to where the extra monitor goes right now. Invalid application. We don't need to worry about that. Ooh, we're off. It's got cobwebs all over it. Just can't have nice things. The next thing on the list would be I have to move all these totes and pallets because the corn head has to get moved back. See how the tongue is right in front of that? So I got to move all these totes, push that corn head back so the tongue clears that tire, and then I can get the grain cart out. Once the grain cart's out, then I can maneuver the heads out that side door and get them out. And then all these totes will get stacked probably against the back wall or in this corner over here where the grain cart is for harvest. And then after harvest we got to rearrange everything again. We're always rearranging stuff and moving stuff. But first things first, I got to move all them pallets. See how fast that was? No problem. I managed to get the corn head pushed back. I didn't run the camera or film that because of the fact that it gets tricky and there's a lot of things you got to watch, because you have to basically back the corn head frame in between the row units and make sure the snout doesn't hit the row units above. But I was able to get it back there, get it clear. This tire will now be free from running over the tongue. So now I got to sneak this big boy out of here. And I have plenty of room in between the wall here. I just have to pull it out straight so that auger gets into this doorway when I make my swing, so the back end will swing outside and go out the front door. It gets a little tricky, and as you can see, we're real close there, and we're real close here, so it should come out relatively easy. But as you can see, the auger sticks way out past the back of the grain cart. I just have to keep that in mind when I make my swing, that this auger is going to push that way. It's simply amazing the amount of crap that you have to remember and think of when you're moving this equipment around. So moving this big boy around, the skid steer does it, it's just not happy about it. I was able to get it out in the center of the barn here so I could go get the planting tractor, because we use the planting tractor on the grain cart in fall, and I was going to hook that tractor up to this, just drop the pin in, lift the jack up just to pull it out of the barn, and the planting tractor battery is dead, like stone cold dead. Turn the key on, absolutely no lights. So I guess I'm going to pull my truck over there and hook it up to the hook the jumper cables up to it and see if we can charge it a little bit there to get it going. There's the little thingy. There it is. Dirty Max. We'll give that a few minutes to charge before we even try it. Let's see what we got. Probably be a good idea to let this tractor run for a while and let a system charge up. Makes the tractor look small, don't it? Now, they are talking rain the next couple days. So I pulled the combine back in and the grain cart back in, but they're where I can work on them in case we have some delivery trucks come in and chew up shop space. I can at least work on the combine where it sits and work on the tractor and the grain cart where it sits. And then I'm not disrupting delivery truck repairs. But when I fired the combine up outside to pull it in here, I started everything up and ran the auger out and ran the auger. I ran everything, the whole machine, mainly to like kick all the mice out of there or whatever it might be living in there and to clean it out better. When I pulled it back in the barn after shutting the machine down out there and pulling it into the barn, I could smell like rubber burning, like there's a belt smoking somewhere. So I need to investigate that and find out why, if it's just burning the dust off the belts as they're warming up, or if there's a bad bearing, so a belt is slipping. Something's going on there that I need to check into, but that'll be at a later date. All right, big moves today. We got a lot of stuff moved around the barn. We have everything organized and ready to go to start working on harvest equipment. And then I did some running around. I am going to go home and work on the bike build. I still have some things to wrap up on that for next weekend. Tomorrow, which is Saturday, we will be up in Bay City at the Thunder in the Valley rally. This is the first time they're doing that. We're going to go up there and check that out. I think I got volunteered to work it as well, but we'll figure that out once we get up there. And I'll do a video tomorrow while we're up there. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. We will catch you in the next one.